So Jalen Green, bro, this man has been in the media a lot recently, and unfortunately, it's had nothing to do with his performance on the court. And if you ain't heard yet, he's got a child on the way with the well-known, influencer, model, whatever, Drea Michelle. But, we ain't even here to discuss all that. The reason I'm making this video is because the man Jalen Green just went crazy last night. He dropped 37, his season high, as he was just getting buckets versus the Wizards. I know, the worst team in the NBA, but regardless, he did his thing. Hopefully it becomes more consistent. But overall, it just reminded me of the fact that Jalen Green was never supposed to be this kind of player. The kind of player that be making headlines for stuff off the court. Now, I don't know if he's aware of this or not, because at times he be popping it like he's a part-time fashion model. You feel me? The man he be too worried about the wrong attention. But now, in all seriousness, when the Houston Rockets drafted him in 2021, they intended for him to be a cornerstone to their franchise. Someone they could build around as they get back to a level where they're competing in the playoffs to eventually, once again become a title contender. However, if you've paid any attention at all this season, then you already know his third season in the league has been very stagnant. And if anything, it looks like Alperen Sengun is more so of a cornerstone for the team rather than Jalen. And then let's not even mention their other young talents. Thompson, Jabari Smith. All of these guys have damn near just as much potential as Jalen. And from the team's perspective, this is a gift and a curse, because they're approaching the end of Jalen's rookie contract and likely aim to make him a major financial commitment. But also, even from the fans' perspective, it's just more so disappointing. Like, come on, bro, lock in. Because amidst all the mediocrity, I still believe he has superstar and MVP level potential. And I already know I'm not the only one. But whether or not he actually ever achieves this potential is a whole nother story. So yeah, in this video, we're gonna get into that question and discuss Jalen's situation overall. So yeah, man, let me know in the comments, do you believe Jalen Green will ever take that big leap, and how soon? And yeah, really quick before I go any further, what's up YouTube? Plug Speaks, back with another video. If you're new, first of all, welcome, go ahead and sub. Also, like the video if you enjoy. I upload quality basketball content, and we're on the grind for 5K subs, so I most definitely appreciate it. But back to the video. Now, if we just look at Jalen Green's progression since joining the league, honestly, things don't look too bad. His rookie year, he nearly put up 20 a game with 3 rebounds and 2 assists on average shooting percentages. Then the next year, he upped his volume of shots and put up 22 points a game with similar rebound and assist numbers. So although his efficiency that year actually worsened, his overall production was higher. However, this season is where things, come on, man, it's like, what you doing? Because he's producing less on the worst efficiency of his career, shooting a very mediocre 41% from the field and a completely uncharacteristic 31% from 3. If this ain't the definition of stagnancy, I don't know what is. And if I had to identify, what the main problem is, it would easily have to be the fact that throughout his young career, he hasn't filled any of the relevant holes in his game from previous years. His same flaws from his first season, his second season, they've carried over, and we all know that ain't how it's supposed to be. And to prove this, I can literally reference his scouting report from ESPN's NBA experts a couple years back when he was drafted, right? And unfortunately, I'll put it on the screen. Damn near all the weaknesses they pointed out are still present and relevant in his game today. Like, just look at this. Plays an ISO heavy style that isn't always efficient, relies heavily on his pull-up game, defensive intensity fluctuates. Come on now. These are all observations we would notice watching any Rockets game this season. And again, it ain't supposed to be like this. We supposed to look at your scouting report and just be laughing, because usually players make their scouting report look stupid. Maybe this is a bad example, but look at Steph Curry. When we look at that man's scouting report, it just be so funny, because they were saying stuff like he relies too much on his jump shot. Yeah, because he's the greatest shooter ever. And again, Jalen Green, he's supposed to be on that same type of timing, putting the ball in the basket. But yeah, moving on, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. There was a point in time where Jalen had me fooled, because on occasion, he comes out with explosive performances, such as when he dropped his career high 42 points versus the Timberwolves last season. He shot 15 for 25 from the field, and he was just looking like there's no defense on earth that can hold him. When he goes off, his terrible shot selection, suddenly it doesn't look so terrible, almost as if it's normal for him, kind of how Paul George insisted that Dame's game winner was a bad shot, while Dame was just like, yeah, it's a bad shot for most people, but not for me. That's what I believed about Jaylen at one point. But this season, he's shown me that these takeover performances are simply something he cannot do at a consistent basis as of yet. And until his shot making ability is at that level, he's going to need to tweak some things in his game in several ways to become the elite threat the Houston Rockets need him to be. Because man, as we can see here, some of the shots this man takes just don't make no type of sense. Come on, bro. I know y'all be seeing the compilations on the internet, whether it be Instagram, YouTube, or Twitter, just showing some of the most ridiculous ISOs Jaylen be trying. Why are you driving in on 3 defenders with one of them being Rudy Gobert, doing lazy passes and some more stuff? And at the same time, it's kind of funny because, you know, Jaylen's been viral for a minute with mixtapes from Baller's Life, Overtime, and all that. Obviously, he got away with this in high school and even the G League. His talent just overshadowed some of his flaws. Like, yeah, he may not be the greatest defender or had the smartest shot selection, but hey, he was still able to perform at a dominant level. But now he gotta switch it up, because if not, it'll really be his downfall. Like, no way this man is shooting 31% from 3. Mind you, he attempts nearly 7 of them a game. Listen, nobody should be attempting that many threes if they shoot it so poorly. But then again, like I said, at the same time, Jaylen Green shooting this poorly from deep is just very uncharacteristic. Like, damn, I know the man is streaky, but he shouldn't be that streaky. Listen, I know he's no sniper, but he should damn near be shooting, you know, just under 40% from deep. Somewhere around 37, 38, even 36, something decent. And I believe once his shot selection improves and he just stops doing just plain dumb stuff like shooting step backs on 2 defenders from deep, super contested, with the full shot clock, I'm talking about all 24 seconds, his overall game is just going to improve. And again, being that his rookie contract is just a year from expiring, this improvement, come on bro, it's a crucial thing. Because again, make no mistake, the Rockets have other young guys that just seem more ready to answer the call. I know Alperen Sengun, you know, he just suffered an injury. He'll probably be out the rest of the season. But regardless, he got drafted the same year as Jaylen, you know, 2021. Except he's brought his game to another level year after year. Like, for real, Rockets fans, forgive the rest of us for being asleep. Because when bro dropped 47 earlier this month, it was just like, okay, nah, this man, he's serious and he's gonna be a problem. Then we can't forget about Jabari Smith. You know, he's built upon his rookie year very well, as he's getting nearly identical minutes but doing much more with it, going from shooting 40% from the field last year to 45% this year. And then Amen Thompson looks good too. I mean, he's just one of those raw prospect guys that gonna mess around and have an exponential leap once the game finally slows down for him. Like, bro might just mutate into a demigod or something. You never know. So yeah, bro, in all seriousness, I say all of this to say, man, we know Jaylen Green is an incredible talent with top 10 player potential, but the clock is ticking, and as a fan, I just hope to see that major leap sometime soon. So yeah, that's about it for this video, but y'all let me know in the comments. Do you believe Jaylen Green is living up to the hype this far in his career? Do you think he's underperforming? And give me some reasons as to why you think that is. Is it his fault? Why not? And yeah, most importantly, do you think the Rockets should still view him as a cornerstone player to build their franchise around? But yeah, man, that's about it. I appreciate y'all watching as always. Like the sub, share it, sub if new, all of that. I'll see y'all in the next one, and I'm out.